Chris and Bernice Scallop on the occasion of their 50th wedding anniversary. Can you just talk with them about some of their earliest memories when they met and when they became engaged and got married? What was the situation when you both met? How old were you? Where were you? Who would like to go first?
I was 17 years old.
And you were in Milwaukee.
Yes.
And Dad, where were you?
I was stationed at Billy Mitchell Field
In the Air Force.
in the Air Force.
How did you happen to meet?
It's God's work.
Well, we understand that, but
At the JCC.
at a dance?
I've never gone there before. I don't remember how I even got wind of it. I've been dating girls on the south side because it was so convenient. How I ever got to the north side, I do not know. I don't recall. I had no automobile. I must have taken the streetcars and buses. How I got wind of it, I don't remember.
Did you go with some friends, or did you go there alone?
I went alone.
And
Were
how about you? Were you alone, or were you with friends?
Oh, I was with friends.
And this was a USO thing. I remember you telling me that once. Is that right, or is it?
I think so.
And
I don't remember. That's quite a while ago.
so you weren't fixed up.
It was all very,
No.
it was all very casual.
Mm-hmm.
And
But
when
you
I
were-
dropped in, it was a dance. I went to many dances.
How old was Julius?
I was 19.
19 and 17. Still in high school.
I was in the
No.
army.
But you graduated also?
She was at
Yes.
university. And she was a beautiful, intelligent girl.
Well, you didn't know that at first.
Well, I just looked at her, that's all I needed.
So how did you? What was your open? Who spoke first? What was? Were you,
Remember?
were you standing over the? Were you standing over the punch bowl, or did you ask her to dance?
I don't remember.
Do you
I must have
remember?
asked her for a dance.
I do not remember.
Do you remember what happened after that, like your second date? How did you see each other again after that?
Did he ask for your phone number?
Or did you go out after the dance?
No. In those days, you didn't have cars.
That's right, everything was public transportation. You know, it was not easy to get around.
So
And I was stationed way on the south side.
did you talk a lot that evening, or?
I don't know,
You
must
are
have
going
been
back over 50 years. You know, that's a long time.
Close to 52 years.
Well, what do you remember? What do you remember about that?
I remember meeting him and going out with him again. And
What was your? How long after that you think was your first date? Did he call you right away, or was it?
I didn't right away. Yeah, right away. Well, if I could get away,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
And you remember what you did for your first date?
no,
No.
we
I went to
possibly
a show.
should have recorded it.
Went to a show.
Maybe they just don't want to tell us what they did on their first date.
In the old days, you didn't do very much.
Did you? I suppose you went to the house, and even on the first date,
I
you
met
met
your
Papa right away.
grandfather and grandmother,
Mm-hmm.
and they were just wonderful to me.
And do you remember if you were nervous? I suppose you were.
Were you nervous?
I'm sure I was.
Regardless, what became of this is we have wonderful children. Their families are fantastic. We are very proud of all our children. That is, well, there are no words that can really describe our feelings. We love you all very much.
I do remember that I noticed your mother right away,
Mm-hmm.
and for whatever reason, I was attracted to her, and possibly the opposite.
Did you ever admit to that? Was it love at first sight?
Well, for me it was, I don't know about her.
So you don't remember? Yeah.
How
It must have
long,
been something, because I was like a stray cat, you know.
Mm-hmm. Up until that time, you
And
mean?
she picked me up
Yeah.
and
Oh, yeah.
took care of me.
Mm-hmm.
And
how long
of
did
course,
you date then before you got married?
2 years and a half.
No, 2 years. I was 19 and a half. It's 2.5 years.
Were you stationed in Milwaukee the whole time during
Well,
that?
3 months.
And so you had to leave Milwaukee during that time? And
And that's what made it so difficult.
So I was, yeah, I didn't realize you
Stationed
were
all
back.
over the place.
You were in Florida for a while, right?
Yes. in Michigan,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember how long.
Pina, for a couple of months. And I went to Miami, I think it was.
During that time, did you correspond? Is that how you
Of course.
kept in touch?
And I never kept the letters.
That was going to be the next question, is where are they?
You keep everything now. I can't believe you didn't keep them.
No, I think your mother's a little superstitious about things like that.
Did you talk on the phone from time to time too?
Yes,
Mhm.
that I remember.
Mhm.
Do you remember how you got engaged? Where you were,
I think we were
or do you remember the
sitting in front of
proposal?
our house At 2828
North 43.
North 45th.
Still remember the address?
Proposed to her.
Mhm.
It was night.
Julie, did you talk to her parents and ask their permission?
I don't remember.
Oh, you can ask any permission.
I think it was sort of a mistake,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
And how did they react?
with the joy, I hope. Well, they were very nice. They were wonderful to me.
You said yes right away. I take it.
I don't even remember.
Did she say yes right away?
I think so. I think she sort of expected it.
And then how long after the engagement was, when did you get engaged?
I have an
been there in the
invitation,
summer.
I don't remember. No, it was in winter, around December. I came across the invitation not long ago. And we got married in June,
Mhm.
naturally.
So probably about 6 months or so.
Mhm.
You got married here in Milwaukee?
Yes, at the old Beth Israel synagogue in the basement. Rabbi Baumrind married us. I had the ketubah. And that was it.
It was difficult because my family was in New York and everybody was here in Milwaukee. It was wartime
Yeah.
and, you know, to get people like my cousin, who was my best man, Itzi, had been wounded and had been hospitalized, but was able to get away and come. And as much of our family as could come, came. It was a difficult time to
Yeah.
get people together.
And were you not stationed in Milwaukee at the time of the wedding?
No,
So you had to get a leave to come and get married?
that's right.
How long did they give you for your leave?
I think a week.
A week?
Where were you stationed? Was that when you were in Florida?
That's what I'm not sure about.
Okay,
Yes, you were in West Palm Beach,
West Palm Beach.
Florida, because that's where we...
Not a bad place to be staying,
right.
Mhm.
Did your mother come to the wedding?
of course.
Mm-hmm.
And did you then have to go back to West Palm Beach shortly after? Did you have an opportunity to take a honeymoon then, or did you have to postpone
What
that?
did with it?
We had to go back, you had to be back.
But you went with it?
Yes.
Mhm.
So your first home as a married couple was in Florida?
Mm-hmm.
I never knew
You
that.
rented a room? Was that?
You didn't have
We
a
rented a
home
room.
base?
No, we had no, couldn't afford a place and we rented a room,
Mhm.
which is what people did in those days.
And literally a room?
A room.
Somebody's
A
house?
room in somebody's house.
Wow.
Do you have any idea?
This room,
Wow.
Do you have any idea what your income was at that time?
What was it, $90 a month?
oh, no,
When
no,
you came
As a-
home, it was
as a corporal,
48, was it?
about 28.
And I applied, took a civil services exam, and got a job with the civil service agency, whatever it was, on an army base,
So you had finished 1 year of college?
a year and a half.
Okay.
And I hadn't had any college, nothing. So she took a gamble.
How long then before your first child?
1945, Elaine was born on November 14th, 1948. Howard, November 10th, 1952. And Debbie, February 16th, 1958.
Now, when were you discharged from the Army then?
Let's see, February, sometime in February,
Of
46.
46? And did you immediately move back up to Milwaukee?
No,
Yes, we
went to New
did,
York,
just for a visit.
just for a visit, and then we came here.
And I always thought your honeymoon was in Niagara Falls. Is that when you went to Niagara Falls, after your discharge?
No, that was in winter. We went later when it was warm. You don't go to
Okay.
Canada exactly in February to Niagara Falls.
So you moved here after visiting in New York?
And we came here in March, I think. Then I had to plan what I was going to do, so I got a job selling shoes,
Which you did for years.
which I did for years. And then I enrolled at State Teachers College, I think in the summer, and started. And
And
why I decided to teach to this day, I don't know, because I could have gone to law school and medical school under the GI Bill. Any option was available, but I guess I had a feeling about teaching.
Also, it would take the lesser of any time, the least amount of time.
and income was probably at a premium at that point. You were working during that time. What were you doing?
What's I doing? I think I worked for
Worked for-
Nicholas Lamb.
You were a bookkeeper.
And then I worked for,
Because that's when you lied about your age to get the job, right?
no,
No?
I didn't have to lie with him. I worked for Henry Cross Jewelers after that until he was born. Bob Hinden, who was a
That's very nice to you.
wonderful, wonderful man. He was very good to me.
Anything you want to, that you recall about the years when your kids were really little? Any particularly fond memories or vacations you may have taken that you have fond memories of?
And as you can see on the videos, we took many vacations. All our vacations were together. And we just loved being with our children. I think that was the greatest time in my life, spending time with all those kids and being with them.
Did the kids fight a lot?
Well, you asked Howard about sibling rivalry. He's the authority. Also ask him if we handled it reasonably well.
But I think they were spaced far enough apart, so it wasn't as difficult as it might be.
When we traveled, it was wonderful. They all were in the back seat, and they slept all day while we were traveling, so there was very little fighting.
You can't do that nowadays because everybody has to wear a seatbelt whenever
Yeah.
we were all sprawled and laid out
True
in the back
enough.
seat of the car.
Yeah.
Then what year did you sell the duplex and move to your condo here?
1979.
Okay, so you've been here 16
16
years.
years.
It'll be 16
Yeah.
years.
Yes.
And we still drive by the 55th Street house to look at it. Not that there's that much to see, but that house has a lot of memories, and we had a lot of fun times there.
Do you remember some of the other houses that you lived in around town? Elaine was born when you were living on Oakland Avenue? is that
Yeah.
Oakland
right?
Avenue,
That was an
no
apartment.
bedroom, a Murphy bed,
You know what that is?
Mhm.
and somehow it worked out.
Yeah. And you had other jobs too through that time. Well, both of you had other jobs. Even once you were teaching, you had multiple
Yeah.
jobs. You sold world books, you sold Fuller Brush, you taught at Bethel at the religious school on Saturday, and then you were principal at Sinai on Sunday.
That's right.
I was wondering if those two things were conflict of interest, but it worked pretty well for a long time.
No, they were wrong. But you say Fuller Brush. That was just something he needed to do because of the Red Skelton movie. It was a losing proposition. He lasted, 2 weeks on that job?
We had a neat suitcase with a lot of samples in
Yeah,
it.
I had a lot of
remember that.
brushes.
I remember that.
Did you mention encyclopedias?
Encyclopedias, but that was sort of a side thing where if somebody was
We did that
interested,
so we could get one of our,
right, if somebody was interested, you could sell it. I think a lot of teachers do that.
when we got our center stopped.
Bruce, when did you go to school then?
I started see, I got out in 1967, and I started 18 semesters prior to that, which was 9 years. 9
Wow.
years, 67, that's how much.
So your kids were in grade school when you started?
Yes, and Elaine, I wound up with Elaine being in one class with me.
Oh. Hmm.
Well, that's right. That's right. I vaguely remember that. A college class.
What did you do for a babysitter, do you remember?
Debbie was little. I went nights.
Oh.
Milwaukee was very safe then. My mother lived downstairs. So it worked out well.
Do you have any other questions going back in time to when they were first dating, first got engaged and married?
Well, you know, we only dated when I came in. So
That's
when I
right.
had a furlough, I'd come in, and I'd stay at the house, and we would date.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little unusual. But in those days, everybody did it that way
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
because of the circumstances.
I suppose during the wartime you had to.
That's
That
right.
was the same with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
There were problems, you know, traveling, and there were restrictions, priorities and whatnot, which we don't have today.
Although I suppose being in the Air Force, you had some opportunities for
I did very little
traveling by
flying.
air.
Very little, mostly by rail.
Although I must say, our family has been the greatest joy. Our children, you are all terrific. Every one of you.
Well, I think
And families.
on that note, we'll
Wish you a happy 50th anniversary.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
and many more. And may we all reach our 50th anniversaries.
Yeah, thanks.
Hi, grandchildren. Hi, spouses.
What?
Hi, everybody. Guess who this is? It's the newest addition to the clan. It's Rebecca. Rebecca Jordan.
Any relationship to Michael?
Yeah, she's got feet like Michael. She came out with the biggest feet. They're huge. Let me take her little booty off and you'll see. I'll let Mom see me do that. Look at the size of those feet.
Wow.
Are those feet or what? I mean, this is amazing. This is Rebecca. She's a little sleepy right now. She just ate. We got her up there. We'll leave that off. I need help with those things. I'm not quite used to this, the dressing and undressing yet. Diapers were major, but I overcame that. Rebecca Jordan, she was born on the 28th. She wants to wish Bernice and Julie a happy anniversary.
Which is today.
Which is today, their 50th. Well, we almost got her to wave, but instead we went for the mouth. Hi. She was 6 pounds 11 ounces. Lost a little weight. She's slimming down. Girlish figure. Be out there in a bikini soon. Cry? She doesn't look like anybody, does she? Any family resemblance?
Not you.
Oh. How about on her little nose here? My big nose? No?
I don't think so.
So I get the hair color, but that's about it.
We were trying to decide before if she had Tomaski hands.
I know she came out with fingernails. They were like claws. She clawed up her nose in the first 4 hours. She was born by cesarean. For those of you guys who know me, you'd be shocked. I was right in there. I scrubbed up. They dragged me in there.
Did you assist?
No, my role was twofold. One, to talk to my wife, and two, to hide behind the towel. I stuck my head out once. I saw the cord get cut. I wasn't invited in for that. Of course, Chris's stomach was wide open at the time, and I don't think I would have wanted to be there.
And Burstein did the section?
Dr. Burstein and second-year resident and a medical student. Oh, they're beautiful.
Let's see.
Your anniversary. We're over there. Hi, it's the Knights of Whitefish Bay. Wishing Uncle Julie and Aunt Bernice a happy 50th. Wish we could be there. We can't. It's her fault. Blame her.
Happy anniversary, Julie and Bernice. I'm sorry we can't be there. Hopefully we'll be able to see you soon and spend some time with you. And everybody can look at the baby and hold the baby. And she's been a lot of fun for us so far. Hello!
This is your favorite, isn't it? Okay.
Temple today.
Oh, you did? In Milwaukee. Yeah. In Milwaukee? How nice. I'll tell you. Nice to meet
The ratings, the Nielsen ratings are coming in. Well, the arbitrary ratings are the rating. She takes the arbitrary rating.
Hi, Grandma. Hi, Grandma. Congratulations. Congratulations. Your son's married 50 years today. Hi, Johanna. You're on camera. How old are you?
3.
Wow, I might have guessed 4. That would have been close.
She has a new sister.
Yeah.
Oh, you are? Neat.
What's her name? Emma.
Neat.
She's a new Emma. Because there's an old Emma in the nursery school.
That's a new Emma.
So tell Howard where you're from. I'm from my mommy's valley.
Oh.
That's true. how about, where's your home?
New York.
Oh.
Right. What's your name, Grandma, right now? Yes. Yesterday. We know.
Yeah. In a sense, it's yesterday.
Innocent, I remember my dress. How is your... I wore warm fuchsia gloves out to the office.
At their wedding?
Yeah. Oh, I was a bridesmaid. Last year I was bridesmaid. And that was the year I graduated from high school. So I had this really pretty dress. Because in those days you dressed up. And I remember Eunice White Black wore a suit. And I carried it up, but I don't remember where I put it. Excuse me. Eunice stood up for you. I don't remember. Well, I remember. The other girl stood up for you. What was her name? Emily? Emily stood up. Right. And they all wore suits. I do not remember. And Jimmy wore his uniform. It's almost and we all marched down the aisle.
That was easy, you have to have a tough.
What? And your grandmother took him down the aisle. I can just see it in front of me.
I don't remember a thing.
Emma, and I wonder why. You were 8 years coming. Emma, Leslie, Gary. Andrew, you remind me of me. I played with Okay.
Stacy, is the name of the place that down?
I remember this back out, the visual, that's not what it was. It's about 300 back something. Hey Josh. Hello. Come on in. Hey, how you doing? Okay, how are you? Good. Hi, we have a picture. How you doing?
Where's Johnny?
I'm down here. Hey, Mom. How are you doing? Good. You got a nice looking granddaughter. She is. Wow, that's awesome.
Joshua, you did a very nice job.
Thanks. Wow, Josh, thanks.
You did a beautiful job.
Thank you. We never get a chance. Okay, you never give us the actuality book. Turn it around.
I didn't know you read that book.
No, I looked at it. Let go.
I was taking a class.
What else you gonna play?
this 50th anniversary
We don't have champagne.
for continued prosperity and health, and for another many happy years for Bernice and Julius.
Thank you. Take a picture of your poster, please.
I'll mention that anytime.
Okay, now let's see.
Okay.
Where's that order from?
My camera's gone, brother. Somebody saw me.
Gosh, I would have gotten over you.
Delicious. I'll leave it for you.
Nice job. Show these pictures to your brother.
That's right.
I'm having girlfriend.
Jordy, look at me.
I don't have a girlfriend. I would like some more. I don't have a girlfriend. Me, yeah, but I don't want to.
Oh.
Okay, everybody watch Josh. Go Josh! What is it?
Oh, great.
No. Oh, no, don't try and give you.
Oh, good.
What is it?
Answering machine.
I did it.
Now I'm all set. Thank you.
couldn't eat without his.
Oh, it's the digital kind.
Stacy,
Tapes.
let me see, hold it up.
Great.
What? Hold it up.
What is it, guys? Read a poem called To Bubbie and Zaidie.
I want that copy then.
To Bubbie and Zaidie. We can't believe it's been 50 years with 3 children, 8 grandkids, and maybe some tears. On this special day, we send you a wish for love, health, and happiness with a hug and a kiss. Our Bubbie is nice and very sweet. She gives us every kind of treat. She takes us to Fun World and to Chuck E. Cheese and gives us candy. Can I have more, please? She takes us golfing some of the days, and we love to go with her to J&A's. She rubs our back and she rubs our feet, sleeping over us really neat. We love to talk to Zaidie when the telephone rings. He knows a lot about baseball and many other things. He lets us play CDI Power, and it was really fun. And once we played checkers, but I can't think of who won. And though he has his problems with breathing on some days, he shows us just how kind he is in very many ways. So that's our Bubbie and Zaidie. They're great to us, all right. So let's do them a favor and stay here overnight. For all the wonderful things you do, Bubbie and Zaidie, we love you.
Well read.
Do you have extra copies?
You can have it.
I would have read it, except he can't read my writing.
Get it on camera.
This is what he told me. He said, I love everything about going to Bubbie and Zaidie's house. Sometimes after school I go bumper bowling or golfing or to McDonald's. I like going with Bubbie to miniature golf?
Yeah.
Golfing the most because I love golfing the best. Bubbie lets me eat dinner in the den so I can watch the Rugrats. Tries makes me food I like. Sometimes we make chocolate chip cookies. Tasting the dough is the best part. Zaidie is very nice. We watch Mr. Wizard and sometimes even do science experiments. Zaidie used to be a really good golfer, so now he plays golf with me on the CDI. He taught me all about golfing. He's pretty good, but I'm better. I love my Bubbie and Zaidie very much. I'm not bad! Here. You can't read my writing.
Well, Mother, can I tell you something?
Yes.
I had a look. They were too big. I'm stuck. How nice. But it's a Boston store bag, but it's really Marshallfield. I left, these are not on sale, so I left the tag on in case you want to return them. Is this for me? Thank you. What is it? What? In case you want to return the tags, there.
Oh, you take it.
Jill? Howard?
You're turning her weight 62 pounds.
Show me it on.
I'm not opening it by myself.
I already saw it. I snuck a peek yesterday.
Oh, you did? You didn't see these frames, Jill.
No, I
They're
didn't.
different frames. No wonder you got a hernia. No, these are like, I know. The others were really heavy.
All right, Debbie, show us. Oh, Debbie got a different one. Okay.
Thank you.
Hold it up, Debbie. You get to be the one on video.
Crystal glass frames.
Oh, wow. Incidentally, do you know
Stand up.
Okay, because you guys are always worried about the genes that you passed on to us. Our family inheritance. Parents worry about the genes they pass on to their child. Hypertension, cholesterol, or maybe something wild. Female problems, gallstones too, and not to mention gout. Anxiety and psoriasis, they'd rather be without. Unless we forget kidney stones or retinal disease, Talmasky gene athletic skills, and allergies to sneeze. But I prefer to think about the other genes we've gleaned for honesty and decency and doing the right things. For courage and adversity, perseverance, yes, and strength. Assertiveness, intelligence, to go the extra length. Thoroughness and foresight, compassion, wisdom too. Generosity and kindness, more than what we're due. These are your outstanding traits we hope we've got inside. If our DNA's got a tenth of it, we'll carry it with pride. Happy 50th anniversary.
Sure. Tim?
Bubbie and Zaidie, we were supposed to think of memories of times we've either been over here or some special memory that we have with Bubbie and Zaidie. And I thought and thought, and there were just too many, I couldn't sort them out. But I remember one time with Zaidie, we were trying to fix a little pinball, an electronic game, and he took me down into some workroom or something, and we soldered it together. And I thought it was amazing how he could solder he was a good worker. And I adored him at that point. I was like 7 years old, and I was like, wow, he's melting the metal together. You know, with all this electronics and everything.
But you know, this week, two men were over, and they said they remember you going when you were 12 or 13 golfing with them, and you were a wonderful golfer then.
Oh, really? That's the other thing. He got me into golfing, and he really was a great teacher. I remember the first time we went to Lake Park and the little course, and I couldn't keep it on the right place, but I remember the first time I got it on the first green and putted it in the first hole. It was a good memory. Now, Bubbie, I remember one time, he always asked me what I want for dinner or for lunch or whatever, and I'm not good at decision making, so you'd always give me like 5 different choices, and I could never decide. You'd usually make me every single one. And then finally I'd get to choose one. Anyway.
Okay. All right, Missy.
I'm gonna cry.
That's all right. Like we all will.
The first memory I have of Julie. Bernice brought him home from the Jewish center.
The first night? Oh! That's not what she told us.
I had to sleep in the sunroom. And he got my bed. Another memory I have. Many other good ones. Julie and I used to wrestle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And we broke the arm of a chair. And what are we going to do? I said, well, we'll fix it. And he says, no, that's okay. We'll just put it against the wall. So these are great memories. And happy anniversary. Thank you.
Very nice.
This is so cigarettes first. Because he took you out to teach you how to drive. Do you know, at that time, she pulled $1 a pack. That was big money. That was cigarettes were $1 a pack. And Daddy used to buy them for me.
This one is actually from Eunice Roth, and it's a gift to Bonnie Lynn Acres. I don't know if anybody knows what Bonnie Lynn Acres is, but it's basically a farm where kids who have terminal medical problems can go and spend a day on the farm, and it's all free. So she made a donation to Bonnie Lynn Acres in honor of your granddaughter Stacy's engagement. Mazel tov to both of you.
This Paula Garber. Wait till Josh gets the battery in.
Oh, I'm getting it, baby.
Yeah, but let him take one too. Down at the Parkway. And that was really impressive. I remember it was like a slope, like a really deep slope. And I don't even remember how old I was. I don't even remember if I caught any fish, but I remember the water was really dirty. And and I also remember how Zaidie makes us egg whites. Nice. That was mine too. It's a memory story. Lori and I both remember Zaidie making us egg whites with bagels in them, yeah, for breakfast. Bubbie, I remember she never lets me go out and take a walk, even when I'm 21 years old. I'm never allowed to go outside and take a walk. And the last time I wanted to go take a walk, I was finally old enough. I think it was last summer. I was finally old enough. But I was only allowed to go out and take a walk right in front of the building. If I brought with this device where if you pull out the thing, it makes it stop. So it was like my first liberating experience in walking. And I also remember the time Bubbie took me to get my hair French braided because I had never had it French braided before. It was a really big deal. And also Bubbie always takes me shopping. I can pick out whatever outfit I want. Okay, no.
Okay.
Each couple, for what could compare with the love and happiness you two share. Dear children, a golden anniversary brings such special joy, such happy things. Congratulations and warmest wishes. With all my love, Mom. That's from Grandma. That's your card. That's your card. Bernice and Julius, this may be a bit spotty because I am using a computer which I haven't had too much practice with. I do better on an old typewriter. I enjoy writing with a pen even more, but no one can read my writing. Rita and I wish you the very best on your forthcoming anniversary. We've celebrated our 43rd, and from that standpoint, 50th seems a formidable accomplishment. I'm thinking of what to say. The many years that you and I worked on the religious school, Julius, have been running through my mind. I think of these so often because things have not all been the same since you left. You had a prior authority which compelled the students to settle down for significant accomplishment without their feeling resentful about being compelled to work. We have substituted for this academic environment a fun and game social work approach. The children have become much more in charge, and it is not to their nor to the world's advantage. They tell the story of a woman who receives a phone call and is asked to speak to the head of the household. She says he's not at home, he's at kindergarten. He once corrected our daughter Haji because she was writing a letter incorrectly. Was it an F? You sat down with her and patiently made her go over and over the letter until she got it right. She remembers this with fondness. Each time she writes an F, she thinks of you. And how important it is to be precise. So many students who have studied with you in the public schools speak of what an important influence you were in their lives. I know there were many occasions when you were offered supervisory positions in the school system. You rejected these because of your love of working directly with the children in the classroom. I know the political climate has changed in the intervening years, and the principles by which you operated are seen to be old-fashioned. But our world, as well as our school system, is far the worse for the change. Hopefully, our leaders will come to recognize this before the whole world settles in dust. The book of Ecclesiastes warns us that when the children run the show and elders accept their leadership, the civilization is on the way to ruination. Yeah. I once asked an architect friend what was the best way to build a house. He said, hire me, an old man with a saw. If people want to correct their school system today, they have to hire Julia Scala, and purchase a few McGuffey readers, and everything would be hunky-dory. I think that one of the reasons you were always so competent and professional and so calm and contented a human being was a wonderful relationship you've had with Bernice through the years. You've always spoken of each other with tenderness and appreciation. I never heard a harsh word pass between you. They weren't over very much. You communicated to your children a wonderful sense of the importance of family, the virtue of hard work, and the essential value of integrity in one's public and professional life. Our Bible speaks of how difficult it is to face adversity when one is alone. Suffering is a strenuous trial, and you dear people have been tried and tried in recent years. But you stood up to these trials in tandem, each of you supporting the other with acts and with words of encouragement. You're an example to all of us of the power of love. So much of the popular presentation of that word has to do with being young and silly. Loving someone has to do with feeling their pain and being a constant source of strength and comfort. Each of you demonstrates this quality along with so many other virtues that we and all of your friends feel blessed for the privilege of knowing you. We pray that in the years to come, God will grant you both an extra measure of health and a reward and personal gratification as partial payment for all the goodness you have extended to others. Affectionately, Rita and Jay Brickman.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Okay, now it's my turn. Mama.
Yep.
I didn't really think about this earlier, so I'll just think about things right now. I just wanted to say happy 50th anniversary. I love you a lot, and I hope you have a good life for the rest of the time. Whatever.
Very good, Andrew. Thank you.
Victor,
This house, like, fried matzah. If you've never had or French toast, never had Bubbie's fried matzah or French toast, then you're in trouble. Another thing is in that room there, we used to always sleep over, and sometimes we'd sleep in there and watch TV, and Bubbie would always bring in, like, snacks for sleeping for the TV. But other times we used to roll out all the little, like, all the mats, and they, you know, like, you roll them up and there's holes in the center. I always remember when I was little, I used to like burrow into the little holes and like climb through them. And I also used to sleep with like covers over my head. And I remember Bubbie and Zaidie always saying like you're gonna suffocate in your sleep if you put covers over your head. Oh, and I also remember this is the most amazing thing, which I still never could figure out. We used to I lost my tooth a couple times, I think like twice here. I lost my tooth and we wrote a note to the tooth fairy. And like with the tooth in it, and sealed the envelope and put it under our pillows. And in the morning, we would wake up and in the same exact envelope, the tooth would be gone and a $2 bill would be in there, but it'd still be sealed. So
I don't remember.
It's the magic tooth fairy.
yeah, and what else was I going to say? Oh, and I always remember, like we used to go places, like we used to go, like take car trips to like see a movie or go to the store. We also used to stop at that custard cup place, that ice cream, Pops or something, and then, but if we didn't have ice cream when we came home, Zaidie would always pour out the ice cream, and we'd always have ice cream cones. Yeah.
Still an ice cream junkie.
Yeah. He got me into being an ice cream junkie too. That's my
Well, that's because Zaidie had like 5 boxes of gum.
Oh yeah, Zaidie. And Bubbie and us would always stay home to sniff your
Gum,
gum.
that's the top of his list. Gum, ice cream, budget. The bottom of the little print is his medications that he needs ordered.
contribution from Gene and Al Salzman, Youth Education Endowment Fund in honor of your 50th anniversary from Gene and Al Salzman. And it's for Congregation Beth Israel.
For kids.
Bubbie's not here.
I remember that we went to look at a dog, and we went to this house,
I swear it's true.
and we got there, and I think you went up to the house, it was a side door, and you knocked on the door and you came back, the dog was sold. I think it was sort of like a collie you were looking at. I remember that. I was heartbroken because I really wanted that dog. So I really had to wait, until I got married and didn't live in the house till I could have a dog. So we got Strudel.
and nobody had a dog, and you really didn't react to, having Strudel. She just came, whether she was invited or not. Strudel just, came into the house and nobody ever said anything. But you really liked her, so when we would go away, you would stay with Strudel, which was really surprising. And one time when you were staying with Strudel, you had to go to a concert, and she hid under the bed, and you couldn't find her, so you took a salami, and you crawled under the bed with the salami, and Strudel got out, because Strudel was a lot smarter than we thought. But I think if you would have realized that having a dog was something like Strudel, we would have had one when we were a kid. She was no problem.
What did you once bring us home?
That was one of my memories.
I brought you a
cat for an
I brought you a cat.
Howard, what did you bring us home?
A mouse?
A white rat.
Okay, now, but then we got tests. So I called you and I said we were getting a Doberman, we were getting this dog for protection.
We'll mail it.
Whenever you had a question, you always ran to the encyclopedia. So you ran to the encyclopedia and you looked up Doberman, and you called me back 5 minutes later and you said to me, do you know what you did? We are never going to be able to come to your house again because you have this Doberman and they're killer dogs. Well, then you met Tess, and then you realized that the dog was really dumb. And you said that she was going to be a real happy dog because she was really dumb. Well, you were right. Tess was really dumb. And yeah, Tess was really happy, but she was dumber than we ever thought she was.
Well, she was smaller than we ever thought she was.
But you realize that when you walk in the house, you can walk right past her, and she can even pick her head up and bark at you. So I think that, those are my memories. A lot of
Well, of course, they all have to do with dogs.
Yeah.
One of my memories is being a very young child, I don't know, 5 or 6, and Dad, you were working at Baker's in the evening, and Mother would drive us to Capitol Court in the 57 Chevy, and she'd drop me off at Buddy's Squirrel, by myself, mind you. She'd give me a nickel or a dime, I'd go to Buddy's Squirrel, I'd buy my Spanish peanuts or my violet squares, and I'd walk over to Baker's by myself and meet Mother there. You can't think of doing that now. But it amazes me at 5 or 6, I went and did this by myself.
And you're getting that the mother was over projected, right?
Well, no.
Yeah, I always remember coming to the shoe store on Saturdays.
And I also remember, and I don't know where we got this, we had a mannequin in our basement.
We did?
Yeah, we had a mannequin in our basement. And I named her Matilda. I don't know where we got her from. You were working at,
at the store?
At the store.
I don't remember.
You brought a mannequin. It was you who brought that mannequin.
I don't even
And I used to
remember.
go down and stare at this mannequin and then run back upstairs. Because I had seen the Twilight Zone, with the one with the mannequin when they were in the department store.
Grandma
Right?
used that to make dresses.
So after that, I wasn't real friendly with her.
Yes. Tell them about the mannequin in the basement.
My memories.
Oh, and I have a memory about Bessie's house.
And we mannequin in what basement?
Parents' basement. Did your mother use it to do dressmaking or something?
Well, this was a more recent one.
And I brought it.
Jill's gonna read the card from her parents.
Okay, I'm not saying I will. Okay, Dad,
Anniversary.
I have to return this shirt, it's coming apart.
do you want me to take it back to you?
May this day hold for your wonderful joys, special moments, cherished memories, all the blessings love can bring. God bless you always. Have a wonderful day and continued love and happiness for the future. Happy 50th anniversary, Judy and Jake Zunkin. And the letter says, congratulations on your 50th wedding anniversary. What an occasion to celebrate. We hope the day with your family will help you recall all the fun and loving times of bygone. It is a special time to reminisce with the kids so that they'll have your stories to pass on to their children. Sometimes we forget that this is the only way they will know what we went through before them. Many marriages don't make it to 50 years because of poor health or divorce, separation, but it's such a blessing to be able to celebrate with those who do. Many of my relatives celebrated their 50th, my parents and grandparents on both my mother's and my father's side. I don't know if I can read this. So hope we will be as fortunate. 4 more years to go. We remember well the first time we met you, when you came to Omaha for Howie and Jill's wedding. We immediately felt like we belonged to one family and were so happy to share our love with Howie as our new son. It has been a joy to share fun times with you when we are in Milwaukee and look forward to it again in a couple weeks. Howie and Jill have a wonderful relationship, and we are so pleased that you can be a part of their lives, being the grandparents we can't be from this distance. May your day be filled with fun and happiness. Enjoy each minute of it.
We took, they take her out. We took her out at night. They take her out at beautiful job.
I have several memories to share, several flashbacks. One of them was the first time that Bernice and Julie went camping together, as far as I'm aware of. And we got my parents, and Bernice and Julie, and Elaine and I, and we went camping to a campground in Wisconsin somewhere. And I thought that was a really big accomplishment. When we bedded down for the night, my mother and Bernice decided that they were going to sleep in the truck. And I didn't get too much sleep because all I heard all night long was this laughing coming from the truck. They thought that this thing, camping, was so funny that they laughed all night long, didn't get any sleep. And I thought, gee, these people are really having fun. They love it. I asked them if they wanted to go camping again, and they said never.
And they haven't, right?
And they've never gone again.
They didn't realize they had the best accommodations.
Another memory I have is when I acquired a 1978 Chrysler New Yorker that had been in an accident, which I bought for $1 from a good friend of mine. And I was talking to Julie about it, and he says, you know, I know this junk man here, he has all kinds of parts. I don't remember, what was his name again?
Claudio.
Claudio, come see Claudio. What did I know? I took the Chrysler apart, and we drove up here, and Julie and I went to see Claudio. And Claudio had this helper, was a Mexican immigrant, or probably an illegal. And we decided that we wanted a header and a fender for the car. The header came off easy, but the fender took him like 2 hours, and this guy was cussing in Mexican. And just about the time he got it off, Julie got stung by a bee. And at about the same instant he got stung by a bee, I realized that I didn't really need a fender. And when I told Julie, he was suffering from pain, and I said, Julie, can I tell him that, you know, we don't want a fender after all this work? And he says, well, Claudio's a friend of mine. Was a friend, because when I told him I didn't want the fender, I thought we were going to be killed on the spot. But we walked away with the header, and the Chrysler New Yorker lasted up until last year.
No, up until August.
Up until August.
It caught on fire when I...
The other thing I have to say is, I think everybody knows the story, but I'll say it for the record. And I wasn't aware of it personally, but it impressed me so much. And Elaine is a hoarder. Elaine goes out and buys things in quantity when they're on sale. I mean, like, we have all kinds of things that we don't need, and we have great quantities of the things. The story that impressed me the most was the story I heard that Julie found a sale on Kotex, and he brought home large quantities of Kotex, and somehow he didn't realize that Bernice had a hysterectomy. And there's one last thing I want to say, and that is, I came into this family over 25 years ago. Probably 26 years since I met Elaine, and I have to say that no one person has ever been treated as fine by their in-laws, okay, and I mean, better than my parents treat me, all right? I have felt like a king for 26 years, and I really can say that you have no idea how much I love you guys and how much I appreciate that.
Happy 50th.
I
have an addendum to that Kotex story. I was there when this all took place. I was about, I don't know, 13 or 14, and I was mortified. I didn't know why he was going. So I just walked up with him, and he's picking up this Kotex. I was about to die. I'm like, I don't know this man. I don't hang by him. And the woman says to him, what are you using this for? He says, oh, they're great for windshields. This woman's face just dropped. It was pretty funny. I remember standing by the bush while this was going on, but I could hear it. Do you remember that?
Yeah, he moved here 16 years ago.
Well, that's what happened. I was there. It was fun.
Do you know that I wanted Marshall Field to give me some paper? I didn't have time to have these frames made. But they weren't on sale. They never determined they were not on sale. This is beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Ours was, this appreciates in value.
That's not,
Don't give this to Goodwill when I die.
Pretty.
thank you.
This is beautiful. Isn't it? Nessie and Marvin.
You can wear it like this.
Queen for a day.
Nessie, thank you. I love
Used to it. You deserve it.
the mailings.
And I didn't buy it at the 39-cent Pride place. Can you believe it? I did look.
The most miserable things there.
Yeah. I thought the verse was perfect.
Would you like to give it?
No, you're kidding.
Where in the world did you do this? Let's see. Oh my God.
Show it. Hold it up to the camera. Hold it up. Hold it up to the camera. All right, let me zoom in.
It's a classic.
All right. How old were you there?
90.
Bubbie's and Zaidie's house with a lot of great affection. I remember that I always had a lot to put my hair in here. First, Bubbie used to wash my hair and cut it, but then I didn't like the way she cut it once, and so that was when I was really small. I used to put talcum powder on my neck and back and rub it in. Baby powder, yeah. And in the sink on there, she used to wash my hair in the sink. And then, what do you want?
The picture.
Oh. And then, so Zaidie started taking me to Supercuts. Is that the place?
Yeah.
Where all the pretty girls were. And every time I came, I used to get my hair cut at Supercuts. And after Zaidie got sick, I think I started growing my hair out long. I don't think I got it cut for a long time. And after that, I used to get my hair grow a little longer. But now I've started cutting it again. So.
And how much do you pay for a haircut now?
How much do I pay? $10.
Not bad.
Go to Betsy.
Not bad. Nice cut.
Thanks. So those are my hair memories of Milwaukee,
Who's taking it?
among others.
Will you make me a copy of that?
Yeah.
Post by, at least by Fagan standards, this will be brief.
Okay.
As we'll see in the, most of you, all of you, will see in the future. This will be brief. I have to second what my future father-in-law said about this being a truly special family and feeling absolutely 100% at home here. One of the things I remember is my first time coming here for Passover. I tried to get Passover very carefully, and just for me, I sat at the base of this table and sat there like a king with all my fare set out before me, and whatever I wanted, kosher Passover strictly. And I have to say that I'm engaged to a beautiful person and it falls very close to his 50th anniversary and so many other happinesses in this family. And the apple never falls far from the tree. I believe wholly in that saying. And I think Stacy is a complete reflection of where this family is from and who the progenitors of this family are. And I have to toast you, say happy anniversary, and congratulations, Chris and Eric, Joshua, Andrew, L'chaim.
Okay.
I have two brothers, Jeff and Josh, and I have one other brother, but that's not Jeff and Josh. And I have Aunt Carolyn, and I have just like my dad. Yeah, Bernice is my grandmother.
Oh, no. And your mother?
My mother's Iris.
Oh,
Unless you got
okay.
Iris in the family.
His father's Joe.
My father's Joe.
That's probably, yeah.
Yeah, but it's Joey.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, and it goes on and on. I'm sure you're really sad on the phone.
His birthday's on the same day as my best friend.
And we got engaged in the same month as anniversary.
No, the most ironic thing is the Stephen Howard exactly matches up. Stephen Howard.
Well, there's all kinds of interesting
That,
stuff.
you have a Stephen Howard. Not only Stephen Stacy married his Howard.
Stacy, I know.
Yes, Stacy's mother is Elaine.
And Miss Stacy's mother.
There's Elaine.
Yeah.
Wow.
Why are all the Howards in this family?
Such a small place.
Grandpa.
How about that?
Oh,
Conscious rules
okay.
of life.
Why was Howard such a popular
Everything
name?
You have to be a little more imaginative in selecting names.
Missy said her grandfather was Howard.
Yeah, it was mine.
Peter, Paul, and Mary's in here.
There you go. Not so many Jills.
Well, Rebecca Jordan's a pretty
You're on.
I didn't say I was gonna make the toast, I said somebody should do one.
Okay, Joe.
You're elected.
All right, well, first of all, to Chris and Eric, who aren't here tonight, and a new baby, Rebecca
Jordan.
Jordan.
L'chaim.
Long and happy life.
Are we gonna go see Chris?
And to Stacy and Stephen, just maybe we need to say Stacy and Stephen too, or something like that. A long and happy and healthy life together.
Okay.
And Howard and Joe. Along and healthy. He can't toast himself.
Anything else?
And to Joshua on his graduation.
Hey, all right.
Tomorrow.
That's right. Hey, to Andrea Milazzo and her graduation tomorrow. Andrea, look here. Andrea, it's a week from tomorrow, right? Okay, congratulations.
And to Tim, I completed his first year of college.
All right, yeah. And to Steve for graduating. That's right. And starting law school.
And to 10th law
And
school.
David's starting U of I.
Congratulations. And to Martha and Missy for becoming grandparents again and soon to be grandparents again. And your new roof. All right. Okay, Julius, you're on. Nothing to say.
Keeps chugging along.
That's right.
I would like to say how grateful I am to all my children, grandchildren, children, spouses, everybody. Of course, my sister, I really love. You're my favorite brother-in-law, Marvin.
I don't know why.
But it's still not what I asked for. Scout tape.
It's all fake.
What's his name? Zaidie.
That must be a sand or something.
No, the other side. I bet I know what it is. And it's good stuff. It's the pure side of wheat. What are you going to get me paid for? I have the checkbook!
Don't worry,
It's the train.
that's what I said. You're this train, keep training.
Oh yeah, I like this. This I'll take.
I want to see it.
This is a woman who's hard to please.
It's a train.
Oh, I gotta see it on videotape.
Yeah, this is beautiful. I got the train. I have the train. What I feel, yeah, there's a lot. Haven't seen one piece.
I haven't seen any of it yet.
No, but what's this? It's a beautiful train. This is kind of a model train. 6. I don't know. Because it says I.
Another piece on there.
You're right, there's
There
not.
isn't.
So go sell it on the street.
I must have given you an extra piece, I figured.
No, I paid for 6 pieces.
When you can't get up there.
The mirror? No, the mirror is not on, the mirror is not with these pieces.
$55.
How am I supposed to remember?
Then there's an 85, a 95.
Are they two the same?
Yeah,
You have two the same.
yeah, there's two the same.
So there's only really 5 pieces of
But there might be another piece.
It would be nice to know one for each grandparent. I didn't know anyone who but her name was Cindy Turner. You can tell her. She'll probably. Not up her hand, though. Lori is close to your one. Wow. I've got 2 containers in
I got tickled too. No one wanted to throw out later. This is on video now, so do a good job.
What's a picture? We forgot last time too. Howard Turner and Joseph, we had a big row about how they want to be called Aunt. On the internet chat, and they insist that they're just called Aunt.
Okay, what have you guys got here?
We made dominoes and don't do it yet.